Hello and welcome to Universe Mode. We're back with Velocity. It's returned. Woo! I really want to kill myself.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Lucha Dragon from Mexico City, weighing in at 170 pounds, Kalisto.
I mean, at least we got the return of the lovely fist. I love a cheeky fist, I do. I mean, anyway, Kalisto is here. He will be in the first matchup of the, whatever it's called, the reintroduction of Velocity. That's it. Going one-on-one with Mr. Show-Off himself, Dolph Ziggler. Whoa, it's gonna be big. Anyway, yes, Kalisto versus Ziggler will be the first match. Gonna be 3 matches here tonight. Whether or not you want 3 or 4, let me know. As you can see, normally we rented out this big stadium, but there are a lot of empty seats. I don't blame them. I mean, I didn't want to show up either.
Weighing in at 218 pounds,
Alright, Ziggler heading towards the ring. I mean, Ziggler was in the Money in the Bank ladder match, of course, at Money in the Bank. Duh. This is the kind of rejoice we give towards the first ever Grand Slam champion in this universe. This is what he gets for all his hard work that he put into it. We put him in the opening match of Velocity. Well done, Ziggler. You really, really worked for this spot, and I congratulate you on it. Dolph Ziggler versus Kalisto. Anyway, yes, that'll be opening tonight. Anyway, if you want 3 or 4 matches for Velocity, let me know. It is what it is. 3 would be simpler, but 4 is 4. And well, 4 is more. But it's up to you. And also, as well as that, on these shows now, on Velocity, I will let you guys put in the comments what you want to main event the next Velocity, because that makes sense. Anyway, tonight's card. There's another 2 matches to go over. That's going to be very... Well, that's going to be a difficult one, isn't it? Right. Well, after this, we've got...
massive damage. You know, one of the things that people don't know about Dolph Ziggler is that he oh
shit, I forgot. After this, there's someone against someone. I mean, you can be guaranteed there'll be a match after this. Woohoo! Yeah. It's someone against someone. Neither guys are important. That's why they're on Velocity. It might be someone who was in Money in the Bank. It might not be. Oh, there's a facebuster. But then our main event is Bobby Roode versus James Storm, because that's apparently what someone wanted or something, I don't know. Anyway, there's the back suplex and a nice kip up there by Dolph Ziggler, but I seriously cannot remember the second match, and I honestly don't think it's going to be that important that I don't remember it. It's fucking Velocity. It's going to be in the match card below anyway, so it's not as if it matters if I care or not. Anyway, Velocity will kind of be a place where the talent that you don't always get to see on TV gets put on. I say, as we've seen a man who was Cruiserweight champion for a month and a guy who was just in the Money in the Bank ladder match opening up Velocity. But yeah, that's kind of it. There's not really going to be nothing major is going to happen on here. There's not going to be any NWO show up. Nothing along those lines is going to happen. I mean, it's just going to be some wrestling matches and some talking. I'll probably get, when it comes to these shows, I'll probably get someone in to do them with me, because we'll probably be talking through events that have happened throughout the week. That sort of stuff. Ziggler there with a cracking super kick onto Kalisto as he now looks to put this match to rest and looks to pick up the win. Oh, it's his good old friend, sleeper hold. It's locked in on Kalisto. Will he tap out? That's a good question. Also, don't expect me to lose my shit during any of the show. I'm not going to be acting like I can do on commentary during the other 3 shows, because plain and simple, unless there's an absolutely incredible match taking place, I'm not really going to care. I remember the other match as well. It was Randy Savage against someone. The someone in question, though, was probably unimportant considering I can't remember them. Anyway, there you go. Kalisto was stuck in that sleeper for a while and he didn't tap out, so Dolph Ziggler, as we can see, just kind of gave up. I'm trying to remember who it is. Oh well, Randy Savage against someone. There you go. It's fucking in the match card below, so I don't know why I keep on going on about them. I'm not sure how much longer this match is going to last, but in the events of that, let's talk through some of the stuff that had indeed happened throughout this past week. I mean, Well, not a lot of titles changed hands. In fact, one did. One has in its entirety so far. But needless to say, the title that did change hands was a major, major title. SmackDown's WWE Championship, now no longer held by Vacant. Of course, it was held by Sami Zayn. Brock Lesnar returned and took that from him. Followed then, oh god, there's another super kick. Oh dear, might want to check to see if he's got any problems now. Oh, there we go, Ziggler actually. I'll have to talk about that in the next match. Ziggler with the zigzag. He does actually know what to do with it then. There we go. There's the zigzag. Here's the cover by Ziggler. There's one. There's two. There's three. Ziggler wins. Congratulations, Dolph Ziggler. Just picked up the win on the first ever Velocity match for a few months. Well done. You did it.
Here's your winner, Dolph Ziggler.
There you go. Ziggler wins. I really have nothing else to add. I mean, this is literally going to be the most boring show you're ever going to witness. Why the fuck did I bring this back? Ziggler wins over Kalisto. Woohoo! We're going to move on now. Ziggler winner, next match, Randy something. Yeah. These guys have been around a while. It's Macho Man Randy Savage. Woohoo! Woohoo! He's here. Feel the match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Sarasota, Florida, weighing 237 pounds, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh god, we haven't seen Macho Man in months. He's here though. Well done, Macho. Thank you for making the trip to San Diego. Congratulations, you did good. I was going to talk about something. Completely slipped my mind, however. Just like I slipped my wrist. That was probably a controversial joke. What is on? There you go. Filling in for him there. Velocity's already fucking hell, I can't even make words make a sentence or make sense anymore. And that's just after one showing of Velocity. Oh, so good now, you're telling them asses.
And approaching the ring from Venice Beach, California,
Brian Kendrick. The Brian Kendrick, I should say, heading towards the ring. I believe this is SmackDown versus Raw. Sports entertainment will never be the same. Having sex with tasty. Fuck. That's that one up. Yeah, there's the Brian Kendrick. Cause I'm not even sure if I'm in sync with the theme. I'm a man with a plan. Oh, the nation of Kendrick Nation. All right, Kendrick and Savage. Okay, so from the moment this matchup gets underway, let's talk through something. The WWE Championship changed hands, but not in the way I don't think many of us expected it to change. Bobby Fish went through quite an ordeal to get where he had to go. I say quite an ordeal, actually, looking at it back. It's kind of easy for him. He had to go through Shelton Benjamin in an Intercontinental Championship matchup. He did that. He had to go through Big E in an Intercontinental Championship matchup. We managed that. And then he had to take them all on in what was supposed to be a 3-on-1 handicap match, but he turned into a 6-man tag, courtesy of the help of Kyle O'Reilly and Kevin Owens. Nevertheless, he went through that, and he got to go to Money in the Bank, and he got to take on Brock Lesnar as Intercontinental Champion, the Intercontinental Champion that Bobby Fish is, for a shot at holding 2 titles at once. Now, of course, the entire time, Paul Heyman had settled his challenges because he didn't want Brock Lesnar he didn't want the title being on anyone but Brock Lesnar. Bobby Fish was not happy about that, and went against the whatever you say, the authority of Paul Heyman, and he made himself the Money in the Bank, and Brock Lesnar for a few minutes utterly dominated him. He destroyed him for practically right up until the big moment happened. He threw him out of the ring after 3 F5s just for the sake of it, just because that is how he operates. Paul Heyman came in the ring and with a chair blasted it time and time and time and time again into Brock Lesnar. His ribs, his back, his head were all repeatedly struck by the chair. And we ended up having to pull away from it because it was just too graphic to show, in my honest opinion. And Paul Heyman left a mark on Brock Lesnar. I know Brock Lesnar will be back, but the fact of the matter is, Bobby Fish played us from the start, he backstabbed us again, and he sided with Paul Heyman on the matter, and now he is WWE Champion. Meanwhile, Macho Man just hit the elbow drop, and I think is about to win this matchup, so here's a cover by Mach. 1, 2 Machos, 3 Machos. Wow. Our new Glad Velocity's back. Yeah, as time goes on, this will actually become a much better show. But on my own, it's nothing. Hell, I'd go as far as allowing the, well, I imagine no one actually would want to, but I would go as far as letting people in the comments on this video, but then again, time schedules, and I don't know when people are free, and I'm the sadder. There you go. Nevertheless, Macho Man with a win there over Brian Kendrick. I mean, the thing is, though, even though these matches are shit, even though they are the dire shits, at least it gets the people who you don't always see on TV. Like, we haven't seen Kendrick and Savage in a while, so there's always that for them. Anyway, main event, Bobby Roode against James Storm. Here comes a man we haven't seen in a while. Jesus Christ, I'm actually dying now. Oh, it's Bobby Roode. There you go. Man, this guy fell off the radar after losing the WWE Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Toronto, Canada, the X Factor, Bobby
He
Roode.
literally fell off a cliff, fell at the bottom, and no one could recover his body, because by the time he had fallen to the bottom, he had already buried himself under a shit ton of rocks that automatically buried themselves back over him, so he could not be seen ever again. That's literally what happened when Bobby Roode lost the WWE Championship. This is a man who beat Brock Lesnar, albeit in a 6-man Hell in a Cell. He didn't pin Lesnar, but then he beat him the next month in the TLC, albeit he threw Lesnar off a ladder, grabbed the title and won. But this is a man who did something that a lot of people couldn't thought could be done, and he did it. And he did it good. So why is he just falling off the radar?
Oh, it's the bad booking.
I'm not sure why he fell off the radar, but maybe Roode just wanted time to himself. Otherwise, he's going to take on James Storm here. SmackDown against SmackDown in the main event. It is kind of funny considering Bobby Roode has the titles that Storm doesn't have, and Storm has the title that Roode doesn't have. Or, well, the titles they've held anyway. Because Bobby Roode... Hang on, I'm going to have to wait for Lillian to jump in out of nowhere, and there you go.
And approaching the ring from Memphis, Tennessee, Cowboy James.
Because James Storm is a WWE Tag Team Champion. Bobby Roode is a United States Champion and WWE Champion. So it seems as if he knows what he's doing on his own right there. No, he doesn't. He knows what he's doing in the team right there. Bobby Roode knows what he's doing on his own. So, great job there, guys. This is good stuff. Anyway, yeah, this is our main event of the evening. Roode and Storm. Makes it sound like one of those indie wrestling shows called TNA. Welcome to TNA Impact. Impact, I should say. Don't want to get copyrighted there. Alright, well, here we go. Storm and Roode. I mean, we just saw Storm literally like last night lose to John Cena on SmackDown. And now it seems as if the pills and alcohol, well, I don't imagine he takes pills, but the alcohol he had in Las Vegas probably has followed him down the road to San Diego, and he is probably drunk off his tits right now. But that's the attitude I'd like to have heading into the show as well. I'd rather be, I'd love to be just mooched off my wow, really. I'd love to just be like totally arsed than completely sober. Oh, I got a crossface. Can I win him the match already? It'd be incredible. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I'd love to be off my tits right now doing this show, but no, I have to do it sober. Maybe I should do a Velocity drunk one day. Yeah, that'd be entertaining. Oh, did you see those elbows by James Storm? They were fucking amazing. Bobby Roode counters. Oh, there's a reversal. Anyway, let's talk about the Money in the Bank briefcase holders while I'm here. Well, we have over on Raw, which was the main event of Money in the Bank, the Raw Money in the Bank briefcase match, which was, I don't know, I don't think it was the best in my opinion. I think SmackDown had the best one. All the guys in that match went all the way towards getting that briefcase, and I feel sorry for Kyle O'Reilly. He got his head kicked into a pole, if memory serves me correct, and then speared through a barricade. Do not worry, on the next SmackDown, Roman Reigns will be taking on Kyle O'Reilly. Anyway, what happened? Yeah, so for Raw anyway, Shinsuke Nakamura won the briefcase, which was very, very good job for him there. He went through Daniel Bryan to get in. Quite a good match between those two. And then he got the briefcase, and now, of course, he is Mr. Money in the Bank. And what a perfect guy to hold the Money in the Bank on Raw, considering Finn Balor could be the next #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And, of course, Balor and Nakamura, well, they have a hatred for one another now, don't they? Over on ECW, unfortunately, the NWO were able to reclaim some prominence with none other than Cesaro capturing that briefcase, which was very distressing indeed. But there you have it. Cesaro is Mr. Money in the Bank for the NWO. And there's a big spine buster by Bobby Roode, who's turned into Bleach. And meanwhile on SmackDown, John Cena, the man who, of course, James Storm beat last night, I suppose you can say, is Mr. Money in the Bank over there, which was very nice to see from him. Finally winning something in this universe. So well done there to John Cena. And that's really all I've got to say, because it seems as if... Oh, there's the Roode bomb. God, that looks awfully similar to the move that beat Storm last night. Man, I bet he's sick of that move being held on him. Cover 1, 2... No! Storm gets the shoulder up. Of course, actually, I'm saying no like I'm shocked, but Storm, a few months ago, 2 months ago, I think it was challenging for the WWE Championship. Now, of course, he's back in the tag team with Drew Galloway or Drew McIntyre. I think Galloway now. And as we've been able to tell, actually, that hasn't gone all that well for either man. I mean, they had a good they had a good showing when they made their re-debut, but after that, they lost to Enzo and Cass, and then things just, well, they haven't teamed actually since then, so I don't know what things are like. But who knows? Anyway, there's a nice punch. Oh, Storm with a shoulder tackle. Storm with a shoulder tackle. Storm ducks under. Back suplex. Flippy thing. Do the 5-knuckle Stormkle. Oh, that one's like last. No, that's the closing time, I think. Yes. I think that is that. 1. Oh, it's a 1 count. James Storm can hardly believe it. He's asking the turnbuckle for advice. Oh, here we go now, Storm. Belly to back. Good counter by Roode. So I am actually getting somewhat invested in this matchup, but it's nothing spectacular. Oh, nice punch there by Roode. Locks up. He's locked him down. Storm might be in trouble. Locked in a crossface here. Any way out of it for Storm? He's crawling. Can he crawl? Well, he's crawling away from the ropes. He was nearer to them than what he is now. It's like he's trying to crawl across the ring to reach them. Bobby Roode here has him tapping. Bobby Roode with the crossface is your winner. Bobby Roode used that very move to reignite his career when he made Randy Orton tap out to go into the elimination, go into the Hell in a Cell, I should say. He used that to get into the Hell in a Cell, and from that, of course, he won the WWE Championship with that move. Can Bobby Roode resurge his career once again? We'll find out. I don't know. I'm punching my hands. Woo! Anyway, yes, Bobby Roode wins in the first main event of Velocity. Velocity's back, and I can mostly promise that next week I will have someone by my side to do the show. So there we have it. Anyway, that is going to end this episode of the Universe. If you want to see the next main event of Velocity, of course, put it down in the comments below. And if you want to see any other matches in general, put them down in the comments below. I would refrain from using incredibly big-name superstars like, you know, Brock Lesnar. He's not going to be around for a little while. I don't see him being out for longer than 2 months, however. Brock Lesnar, Balor, Sting, Nakamura. I've said Balor and Sting are not eligible. Bryan. No, Undertaker's not really a big name. Seth, I suppose. You know, those kind of guys. Keep it away from the main eventers and keep it more focused on like the mid-carders or the lower mid-carders. And if you want to see who those are, there's a wink to the wiki. There's a link to the wiki down below, and you can check out the roster there. Anyway, that's going to end this episode of the universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.